First things first, everybody gets 10 points on your points cards. Hail!
Ooh,
Woo!
I, I'm gonna trade in for Grand Charm today.
You getting a grand charm?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you're a crab.
Oh, hell yeah. This brings me to enough for a grand charm as well.
Oh shit.
Oh, let me look at me because I haven't even bothered to look.
Brunk, I'm gonna
I
give
don't.
I'm gonna give you an extra 5 points so that you can also get a grand charm.
Oh, am I that close?
Yeah, you were with this 10 that brought you to
85.
95.
Oh yeah.
So I'll give you the extra 5 to bring it to 100 so that you can roll with
Might as well
your
roll one.
friends.
Hell yeah.
I'll just put it at 0.
Do we also get inspiration if we don't have it already?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. You're in a good mood after bitching out Jonathan.
Oh, I unleashed all my hatred on Jonathan. He received all of it. He received all of that ire in the nicest way I could possibly give it to him.
Yeah, no, as soon as I heard you, I was like, yeah, I didn't need to worry about being a bitch earlier.
I'm a jolly ball of rage. Let's roll some grand charms. Fuck yeah. Let's start with Nerissa at the top of the order.
All right.
You get the grand charm of tongues.
There it is. Yeah, my lights are back on. Yay! Had to run the wizard.
Yay!
Nerissa, you learn 5 new languages of your choice and have advantage on intelligence history checks.
Amazing. Do I have to choose all 5 of them right now? Or can I
I'll let you kind of like just gradually like you have to finish by picking them by the end of session.
Okay. I know one of them is going to be whatever lyrics language is called.
Moon Song?
Yeah.
Oh. It is a language.
Is that not okay? Is that not allowed?
It's a little mean. I mean, Brunk worked really hard to get that.
You're well, just maybe like, that's why she can pick it up so easily, is because
because I've been hearing him and Lyric talking to each other, and I have Brunk helped with translations.
She's a polyglot now.
Help me learn.
That's you know what? That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it took a bit of me being like, "Hey, Brunk, can you help me learn how to say this?"
I also know Celestial and Sylvan.
Ooh.
Just throwing that out there as a list of languages that I'm apparently able to speak.
That's really cool.
What is it called? Brunk, where's your character sheet?
Moon Song is what you were calling it.
Astral Song or Moon Song?
Astral Song. You're right. Astral Song. My bad.
Astral Song. It's both. Like it is both, but they are interchangeable. There we go. You have 4 more languages to decide on.
That's exciting. Thank you, Brunk, for helping me learn that.
Next up is JesusChristSuperstar. You get a grand charm of the fire soul. You have immunity to fire damage, and you can also cast burning hands at will without using a spell slot or any components.
That seems appropriate.
It does.
For whatever reason, it seems appropriate.
I agree.
So exciting.
Make sure to drag that onto your features tab. Ellie, I did that for you already because I had your sheet up.
Oh, thank you.
And I need to get you burning hands. I think you already had it, but
I set it up as an
at will.
At will, yeah.
Lovely.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 1
Is there a limit to how many times I can use it?
No, it's an at will. I believe it's like the Thunder Soul thing that my cat has on the Sunday night game. It's Thunder Wave is what he can use like at will.
That's dope.
Sweet Jesus. That's fantastic.
There's a weird theme, like it's like the same kind of weird theme thing going on with my character on the Sunday night game. Everything's thunder and lightning. Everything. Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening. Kitty cat. Yeah.
Like, and kind of by accident.
Yeah, it's totally random. It's totally random. Like the electric guitar thing that he plays can cast lightning bolt or like a enhanced lightning bolt thing, and then I got the Thunder Soul thing as a random roll of the charm thing, and it was just like it's weird how it all went together like that.
There you go, Jesus. You've got the at-will burning hands. And I still left Baptism of Fire for, like, upcasting purposes?
Yeah, because, I think Baptism of Fire at higher levels I could do more damage.
Yeah. Last, but certainly not least, Mr. Brunk.
Let's see if it holds true.
Grand Charm of the Worm Knight. You gain a +1 bonus to your AC, and you gain the breath weapon of a young dragon of your choice. Once the breath weapon is used, you cannot use it again until you take a long rest.
It
did it again. Did it again after the whole fire breath thing. The whole fire breath thing in the last episode. Did it again. It's
nice now.
And it's so weirdly random. It's like those things just like, what have you done lately?
The
It's
dice
wild.
know. The dice just know. What breath weapon do you want? Do you want it to be fire?
Would it have to be one of the traditional 5?
Dude,
you mean like the traditional? Does it have to be one of the traditional chromatic or metallic?
I got you for 2 more sessions, and then you're a guest character when you maybe want to. So I will give you any dragon you want. I don't care.
Well, I was just thinking that, with the whole Asmar thing, the celestial kind of link to that maybe there's an option. Let me pull up my D&D Beyond thing and look at the monster thing real quick. Where's my monsters and dragons? I don't have that one though. It says the rule is, or the thing is for a young dragon breath weapon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
While he's deciding on a dragon, I'll also just do the recap. It's really short. You guys fought pirates. The first mate was a racist. Fucking Brunk fucking tried to drown the fucking captain, and then the captain fucking did some fucking flim-flam shit and drank a water-breathing potion, so he just killed him underwater. Let his body sink into the ocean. Jesus
No,
is
I
a...
pulled him back up. He just dropped the sword.
Oh, he dropped the sword.
I
You
pulled him
pulled up
back up
his
on the deck.
body. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
I didn't let go of him. Yeah.
and
Sorry.
fucking Jesus fucking is a crab. Other than that, you guys bullied these people. It was a tough fight. You guys took a lot of damage. The captain was no fucking joke, but fucking the combination of you as a team was great, except for Q, who fucking took this bow and missed every shot.
He was our resident stormtrooper. We all need one of those.
Yeah. Q is sitting there looking at the bow going, there must be a more efficient way to kill. You guys will have, like, dragged the remaining... You've still got the 2 sleeping bosun on the deck and the 3 swabbies that... I don't know, do you guys tie them up? Or do you kill them, like, execution style? Like, what do you do?
Oh, well, I mean... Would they be loyal?
I vote we interrogate them.
Also, if you look, the ship's chest is there with all of the stuff from all of the bodies. I just gathered it into one pile for you. There's a lot of studded leather.
Nice.
And cutlasses and daggers and chained hooks. And the Bloodhawk feathers for you. Even though the fucking Bloodhawk got exploded.
But I did try to grab some, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, there's some goodies in there for you, too. And that chest should be accessible anywhere.
I vote we interrogate them, too.
Lothraxis, you see that, like, he hasn't tied them up, but he's, like, corralled them to one side, and is, like, just, like, back and forth, like, mean mugging him, like, who's gonna move first? Who's gonna do it? The first one to move, I bite your head off. Who's gonna do it? And, you hear, like, an audible, like, as one dude shits himself.
I've never seen a dragon before.
So, what are you guys doing?
There's a mystic pistol in the loot from that. Anybody else want the mystic pistol?
You can take it. I'm not much of a gunslinger.
Awesome,
Unless
thank
you want it, Brunk.
Oh, no, I'm not. That's
Yeah,
not
it's all
my
yours,
thing.
Jesus. Alright, I'm gonna go up beside Lothraxis and be like, so, like, what the fuck, guys?
Oh god. So many things just moved.
I only moved next to Lothrax.
I think Crab Jesus moved and moved the chest with it.
Oh.
I think normally the polymorph should, like, go away. We're just gonna, for comedy effect, we're gonna keep it up for a little while. I won't permanently keep you as a crab, but it's just too funny.
Yeah, just scuttle over next to us.
I love being Crab Jesus right now.
I love you, Crab Jesus.
Now, do you still have the crown as a crab?
I'm gonna say that because, like, normally your clothes and stuff meld into you, the form of the crab kept the crown in mind, so instead it's like his head has, like, a spiked, like, jutting out crown shape to it.
Beautiful.
That's awesome.
Jesus is just gonna become a Kingdom Hearts character now. Just, like, adapt to his environment every time he gets changed into something.
Amazing.
You're like, what the fuck? And one of the, like, this larger pirate swabbies, a little bit, like, bulkier, looks up and is like, what do you mean? We're doing our job. Sorry, can I, like, scoot a little this way? Like, can we talk over here? Because this guy
let's all move away
this,
from this.
This guy reeks.
We all, like, shift down. I mean...
Oh, that's who also moved. Q. You're latched onto Q right now, Jesus. You gotta let go of him. Just click anywhere else on the map and drag, and that should release everything, and then you can just click on your character. I can't hear you, but I know you're responding to what I said, and thank you for...
Sorry. I'm clicking away from it, but it's still saying I'm attached to a bunch of things.
Refresh.
Okay.
Yeah, you get kind of like, so like one of the swabbies, I can't remember why he's prone, but he's prone for some reason and he is staying there. There's the two that are sleeping, so they don't fucking move, and the hour-long pirate swabby, like, is, like, fucking, like, full, like, I just shit my pants.
Alright, so I'll take the one responsive guy over, and I'll be like, okay, I mean, I guess it makes sense you were just doing your job. The economy fucks us all. But did, like, your boss say anything about, like, why he was attacking us specifically, or were we just here? Do you guys have, like, some sort of mission? What's your guys' deal, man?
No, nothing like that. We're going to try and commandeer the ship and take your booty.
I, like, look all offended. You would not do such a thing to my booty.
No, like your loot. It's a pirate term.
I got you.
We were hauling some pretty volatile cargo, and saw your ship, and
thought we looked like an easy mark.
Yeah, I mean, you just you've got no guns.
Well, joke's on you. We're gonna be taking your guns. What are you guys up to now?
They're not my gun. You killed nearly everybody else.
You guys attacked us first. Should we not have defended ourselves?
What? I mean, I agree with you. Listen, I'm very low on the totem pole. The captain makes a decision, we just do what we're told. I just pulled some ropes. I didn't even fight.
How long have you been with these guys?
A couple of weeks.
What were they paying you?
Not a lot.
Excellent. Are you looking for a new job?
He, like, looks around at the situation. He's like, there's bodies everywhere. I'm not...
Yeah.
We're out on open waters. I'm not going to say no. I mean, I
that's
prefer
very
not
smart
to
of
be
you. I like that.
I
like that quality in a person.
I'd prefer not to be a prisoner, you know what I mean? But, like, if we can come to if you want to pay me, like, sure.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Well, that might be fair. You know, I mean, we could totally, They can work until we hit land, and then if they want to go their own way and find another ship, they can, and we'll pay them for their time between here and there. We're making for where are we headed again?
Yeah. Redalius?
Redalius, something like that. Yeah,
think,
wherever it was we're
yeah.
headed.
You're headed like DM here. You're headed home. Yeah, to Rudalius. Back to the cleaning crew headquarters.
We shouldn't sound nearly as
When
confused.
when we make land, I was more sounding confused because I'm Brunk. That was really the
Okay.
intent there.
Okay.
Okay.
I added the
I shouldn't
moonlight.
be as confused.
I added the moonlight breath to your features tab.
Okay.
You should be able to roll it as an action. It should work. Because I dragged it right from the dragon. Yeah.
Okay.
And he looks and he's like, I can't speak for them. It's like, I can't speak for them, but I have a feeling they're probably not going to refuse. Those two are magically asleep. Are they dead?
Yeah. No, they're sleeping. You said that
Okay.
yourself just now.
I wasn't sure. They seemed to, a lot happened very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
The first
Yeah,
mate,
you got to be okay with that if you're going to keep up with us.
did you kill the first mate?
No, she jumped in the
No.
water.
She got away, unfortunately. What can you tell me about her, by the way? What's her deal?
Oh, she's evil.
But where?
Yeah.
Where the heck is she gonna go? Swimming out here in the middle of the ocean? That's what I want to
Yeah,
know.
like, does she have like a secret hideaway that she would be going to, or like a home base that she would be returning to? Who is she? Why did she hate me because I'm a mermaid?
I don't know. Probably a lot of issues growing up. I mean, sometimes you just come across racist people.
Yeah.
You seem like a very nice fish person. I don't know if
Thank
that's offensive. But
A little, but I'll let it slide this time.
I'm not educated, so on that pirate education system. Okay. Yes, I would very much like to work for you. Money sounds great. And you seem like probably, if you can handle yourself without guns, then if you have cannons to man, I probably have a more likely chance that I'm going to survive if I'm with you on the seas.
I appreciate your astute observation there.
I'm pretty sure once we wake these guys up that I can get them in line. There's 4 more. He kind of looks down. He's like, he looks over at the dead captain. He's like, we're sure he's dead, right?
Am I close enough for my, like, one of my arms on my tank to, like, poke him and then be like, yeah.
Yeah. He's like,
All right. Yeah, he's dead.
We came across a strange prisoner. We found him on an island. He was wearing next to no clothing, speaking in riddles. He has this strange dagger that won't leave his side. And if you get too close to him, you start to go mad.
Does this prisoner have a name?
He says, I think Lazarus,
Oh.
but he says a lot of things.
Okay. I appreciate you letting us know. Was that far from here?
What? The island?
Yeah.
A couple days travel now.
Okay.
There wasn't much there. It was a small island, small spit of sand with some berries growing on it, which this man was clearly eating. to stay alive. I don't know how long he's been on there, but he scares the shit out of me.
Good to know. All right. Now, what's your name, by the way?
Bartleby.
Bartleby. Lovely to meet you. Nerissa. And I'll, like, actually reach my hand out of the tank to shake his hand.
Like he's shaking like a leaf, but reaches his hand out and shakes yours. He's like, so you're not going to kill us? And he looks over at Jesus specifically as the crab.
Are you gonna try to kill us anymore?
No, I didn't try in the first place. To be clear,
Good.
I was about, like, I guess we were going to try because we had to turn that giant, and you know, giant, why can't I think of the name right now? It's gonna come to me. the giant crossbow.
Yeah.
It has an actual name.
The
Ballista.
Ballista?
Yeah.
Ballista, yeah.
Okay. Well, Bartleby,
Yeah.
I'm on board with having you join our crew until we reach land. If you'd like to join us beyond that, then that's up to you. But if you want to go find other work once we reach land, that's also up to you. But I'm not the only one on the ship, so I'm gonna like call out to everyone and like gather everyone around and be like, they're willing to work for us. What do you guys think? I'll like look at Jesus and Brunk and Barnabas and Lithraxis and whoever else is around. Is Rosalia up here?
I try to stake Bartleby's head with my claw.
I don't know where Rosalia is.
Yeah, I don't know where she is either.
She should be here somewhere. She was fighting with you guys. I think other stuff got moved around.
Yeah, I was gonna say I see a group chest floating in the water.
Yeah. I'm looking on the map for her. Oh, here she is. She's way over here.
Okay. So I'll like gather everyone around and be like, this is Bartleby. I think we could use his help if everyone's on board with that.
Barnabas is like, oh, I mean, taking crew on is a regular part of seafaring. If you're agreeable to it, that I have no problem with that.
Can I do like a perception or like insight check on him and just like see if he's as trustworthy as he's coming across? He doesn't seem like he's a threat, but I just want to make sure he's not.
Yeah. Lyric is going to drop the polymorph on you, Jesus, so you can also vote in on this. However, I need you to bear in mind that the crown is telling you that you can't trust any of them and to kill all of them.
I don't know, guys. I think we should just throw him overboard.
I feel like we can use the help if they're willing to help.
Looks at you, Jesus. He's like, now, I don't like that look you have in your eye. We are completely compliant. And go ahead, Nerissa, give me an insight.
Is this one of the ones I have disadvantage on? I don't remember.
Let's see. It should say on your character sheet.
I was looking for it, but I couldn't find it.
Journal tab in the miscellaneous section at the bottom. You have disadvantage on investigation and perception checks right now.
So my insight is normal.
Your insight is normal.
Hell yeah.
You didn't need it, but a nat 20 is amazing. Yeah, this guy is like this guy when you asked how much he made and he said not that much, you would speculate that like it's probably very true. Like he probably wasn't getting paid in gold. He's getting paid in like maybe a couple silver. And like he's scared of Jesus, but he is being like completely honest with you when he is saying like, "Hey, like this sounds like a better deal. I'm in."
That was the vibe
Jesus,
I was getting.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw here. This is to resist the urge to be aggressive. And the DC against the crown is going to be a 15. Nerissa.
I'm gonna use inspiration to re-roll that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Much better.
Mhm.
Much better.
Yeah, Jesus, you're like, you are hearing this like it sounds like you're the like the voice that you are God, like God. It sounds like the voice that he said would speak in your head, but the voice is saying none of them can be trusted. Kill them before they kill you. And for a moment, like you are like reasoning with yourself like, oh no, but like Nerissa's saying like that they're okay and I trust her judgment. And for a moment, like without you realizing it, your hand is out reaching towards Bartleby before you snap out of it and pull your hand back, and it's like, whoa, that wasn't me. As you resist the urge from the crown to murder these people outright. You still feel like a deep distrust. And while you've resisted the urge now to kill them, I'm going to make you roll again soon. And you're not going to know when.
Yeah. Guys, I don't know what just came over me just then.
I'm gonna look at Jesus and be like, Jesus, I know we don't know these guys, but we could use the help. And like, they were minimum wage workers. Below that, they have no loyalty to the guys that were trying to kill us.
Yeah, I'll trust your judgment. I'll trust your judgment that we use them.
It'll be okay. And I'll look back at Bartleby and I'll be like, don't make a liar out of me.
I swear to you, I have no malice or ill intent to anyone. I was just doing a job, and honestly, not a great one. So far, we have come up nearly empty-handed. We've almost been killed by some kind of shark people with mushrooms growing out of their faces. We we started with twice the crew that you saw on board. Like half of them have already died just from the captain having temper tantrums.
Yeah, he seemed like an asshole.
And if it wasn't the captain, it was the first mate. This was an absolute shit show. That I've made it this far, I don't know where the luck comes from.
Well, hopefully you can keep it up while you're with us. Why don't you guys help us bring some of these weapons on board our ship?
He's like, we can arrange that. But why don't I come with you downstairs so that I can warn the others not to attack? Like there should be people down guarding the prisoner.
Oh, the prisoner's here?
Yeah, he's in the brig.
I thought you left him on an island. The guy with the knife is here.
Yeah, the captain wanted the dagger, couldn't take it from him, and so he just took the whole guy.
Yeah, let's go see this guy.
Okay, yeah. Well, I had to move Bartleby over to the NPCs category.
Yeah, he has a name now. He's officially a guy.
Yeah. He climbs down with you guys, and you see that there's a couple more, like, guys, like, they seem like grunts, and another bows, and he's like, lower, guys, we got new management, lower your weapons.
I'm like behind him, just like smiling and waving.
Huh. You hear the whispers as you climb down of this man from this cage going, must return to the obelisk and eat the biscuits. Must return to the obelisk and give thanks and praise. My my bones hurt. And as he's like kind of like rambling, the other guys look and they're like, "Oh, Bartleby. What do you?" And they look behind. They see Brunk, Nerissa, and then Jesus, and they're like, "Okay, yeah, sure, sounds great."
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you. Nerissa Corazon. Nice to meet you.
Which one are we calling Captain?
Well, I guess is Barnabas the captain then? Or Brunk, you're the one that's learned to steer the ship. I guess Barnabas is the captain though, right? Oh, Flash, you're muted.
If we're going to take both ships, we're going to have a captain on the other ship. Unless we're going to scuttle this thing after we strip it for parts. We can do that too. I know we just put everybody on the ship and then Barnabas is the captain.
Well, you and Barnabas could be co-captains. I'm fine with that.
No, there's no co-captain.
Oh, well,
There's a captain and there's a
I don't
first mate.
spend a lot of time at sea on boats usually. Normally, I'm under the boats, so.
No fair.
I was also
Well, Barnabas
thinking
is the captain.
We should probably decide, what we're going to do with this ship before we get any further with all that.
I was
Good
thinking
idea.
we could strip it for parts and then like strip it for the weapons we want, and then just take it inland and sell the boat. Like if we're not going to use it as a second ship, we might as well sell it. Even stripped of parts, we should probably get something for it.
Beyond the there's solid walls right now, so you can hear the prisoner, but you can't really see him. There are two prison kind of gates on either side. And looking further ahead, you see that there appears to be maybe extra sails or something like that, and a whole bunch of barrels.
Can we tell what the barrels are?
The fronts and from the left side of the ship, no, but you can go up close, nobody's gonna stop you. You can see that the top of one side is labeled rum, and the other side doesn't have a label.
Excellent.
Found the rum.
Hell yeah.
Very appropriate.
I got more than one down there. That's what my shelf under my desk is for. My alcohol collection. This is where I do all my drinking.
So Bartleby kind of brings you all forward, and as you pass, I put it in the group chat. You see this man, kind of kneeling in front of the seats, kind of screaming at the sky. You see the dagger in this leather holster on his side. And you see that he's got shackles on his on his wrists, but they look like magical shackles. They don't look like regular shackles. They look like something like that has an enchantment on it. They've got like a bit of glow to them. He is wearing like tattered robes. He's got the hood up, and it looks like it's made of like skin that has been stitched together. His eyes, there's no irises or pupils. Like, it's just white. Just like there's nothing. And he does not have any flesh on his arms, but there's notably flesh on his face. Like, he has like a regular like humanoid face otherwise, but he's got no flesh on his arms. It's just like skeleton. It says the whispers are calling. The haunted one comes. Don't trust the shadows. Can't trust the shadows. Must go to the obelisk. Must eat the biscuits.
Anybody make sense of what he's talking about? Hey, Jesus, you're the creepy one. Do you know what he's talking about?
No. The shadow one might probably the same thing that cursed its crown, but the obelisk and eating biscuits means gibberish.
And that picture I just showed you, that's what the cuffs look like on his hands, on his wrists.
Do the cuffs look like they're related to the dagger, or do the cuffs look like they were put there by something?
The dagger on the side looks very different. Like, it looks, so the handle looks like it is made of bone. Like the blade is also, it looks like it's made of like a spine, but it's like sharp blades, but the center of it looks like a spinal cord. And then the blades themselves looks like they're made of like some kind of bone platelets. And it's bound and like held to his like side with like what appears to be the same kind of material as his clothing.
Does he, like, can we see him? Can he see us, or is he acknowledging us at all if we like approach?
He's on his knees staring at the sky right now, or like staring at the ceiling, whispering all these, like ranting all these random things, like talking about the obelisk and the biscuits and the shadows and don't trust the shadows and the dark one is coming and things like that. Like, it's all random mutterings of things.
Okay. I haven't done this at all in this campaign yet, but I'm going to use my divine sense as a paladin.
Okay.
To detect whether or not he is celestial fiend or undead.
He is none of those things.
Given his appearance.
Given his appearance, yeah, but you use your divine sense and you don't pick up undead or celestial. And as far as fiend, it seems like there's some kind of fiendish energy radiating from him, but it's less him and more the dagger.
Okay.
Okay. It's very strange.
Would I attempt to use a greater scroll of restoration to try to get the dagger off him?
You can always try.
I'm gonna give it a go.
Be careful about touching it, though.
Yeah.
You've already got one evil entity fighting for your brain. You don't need two.
And maybe they'll cancel each other out.
So you're going.
Oh,
wait,
maybe.
you're going into the cage.
Oh,
Can
I'm
we
not going.
approach
I'm not
the
going
cage
in.
and see?
I'm not going.
You're not going in the cage. No, you're gonna like. you're not going to be able to cast this from far away to remove a curse. Like, you're
Okay.
going to have to do that up close.
How big is the
Okay.
cage?
It's
Oh, wait, I can see it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you move over, you should be able to see it.
Yeah, I
I
see
left
it
it all
now. I
open.
just was being a little stupid.
Right-
I didn't see like the wall with the bars.
Right now, he's locked in there. Like, he can't get to you. The bars, it's not like a regular like bar that you can reach through. Like, it's almost like grating that has like these diamond shapes to them. And it looks like there's like the door that slides, and then there's a separate like plate built into the door that they can like feed food through.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Bartleby and be like, has he been violent at all? Like what has he done so far that makes you so scared of him other than his I'm just gonna gesture at everything in there.
The dagger itself is a problem. But more than that, if you get close to him, you start to go mad. I watched, as an experiment, the captain put somebody in there with him, and at first he was saying the same weird things that he was saying about obelisks and biscuits and stuff like that, and then his nose and eyes and ears and mouth all started to bleed, and then he died.
Huh.
So we don't go in there.
Oh, that is very good information to have. Thank you, Bartleby.
I'm glad I
That's
go in.
appreciated. Let's not go in.
Jesus visibly walks back from the cage after hearing that.
Yeah.
Jesus, you are not getting... The crown is reacting to him, or maybe it might be that the crown is in a way reacting to the knife, but not in a way of familiarity. It is almost like... It's almost like game recognized game. Whatever the entity is feels like a familiar kind of thing. Like maybe two cursed items recognizing each other.
Hey guys, I'm starting to feel the knife. I'm starting to feel the knife in my head, even after moving away from it.
He'll hear you say knife and reach for it instinctively and say, "It's mine. You can't have it. Only for me and it forever." And he holds it to his chest. He's like, "I'll never let them take you. I'll never let them take you. We must go to the obelisk. We must eat the biscuits."
Hey, buddy, where's the obelisk? I just shout into the cage.
He looks up and he says, "The obelisk is in Rouvain. Must go there and eat the biscuits."
What kind of biscuit?
The shadow biscuits. The shadow biscuits. The shadow biscuits. Don't trust the shadows! Ah! And he goes to throw the knife. It slams against the cage, and then before you can blink, it's back at his side. He pulls it again.
It's like a blink dagger.
He's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. He starts kissing the blade.
So this place that he said the obelisk is that somewhere we've heard of? Or
Give
is that
me
somewhere...
a history check with advantage.
History check with advantage.
Since you got that now. 22. You know kind of like fairy tales about it. The lost nation of Rouvain was one of the four kingdoms that during the time of the war times from the past with Dominion, that was one of the places that was rumored to be wiped off the map. When people were sent out to make new maps, like all they see is a barren landscape. As far as anybody knows, there's not an obelisk, there's not a tower, there's not so much as a shack on Rovane.
Okay.
It is considered cursed land.
Okay, and where do I know, like, I guess if it's like a mythical place, there's not like a spot on the map that I can point to and be like, it's there.
You would know. I'm trying to find my notes for the positions of the places again, but I do have it written somewhere. Hold on. I got so many D&D notes for different games. You give me a minute and I'll get you that information, though. Arcana. No. I need...
So it's kind of like an Atlantis type place, like the Lost. You said city of Rovane?
The Lost Nation of Rovane. It is the southern continent, so south of Rudalius.
Okay.
I just put it in the Foundry chat.
Okay. All right. I'm the only one that has that knowledge because I did the check.
I'd say like it is something that would be kind of like a general knowledge thing in the way that people would have heard of it at least, but like that amount of information that's kind of exclusive to you, unless like the others want to make a history check as well.
I can also just like share that information as well. I can be like, Rovane, like from the childhood myths. Apparently, that's south of Rudalius, somewhere.
He doesn't look at you because again, he doesn't have eyes per se. Like he's got like his eyes are completely like faded white. But like he like kind of like looks in your direction, and you don't hear him say it from his mouth, but in your head, take me home to the obelisk and the biscuits.
We'll get to that, buddy.
And again, you're not hearing it out loud. You're hearing it in your head.
Yeah, can I like think that back at him? Like, we'll get to that. I don't know if he's gonna get the response, but I'm gonna think it back at him.
Okay.
Just like a sassy, like, shut up. We'll get to that. So how did you guys get him onto the ship if you can't go near him without going mad?
The captain brought him in, dragged him in.
And the captain didn't go mad?
The captain was already mad.
So if someone is already mad, they don't go mad?
I mean, I don't know if it had an effect on the captain. He made it seem pretty easy, but then, you know, people started... He gets inside your head. Sometimes you have headaches or nosebleeds. I don't like being down here, to be quite honest.
That's fair. Thank you for bringing us down here. I appreciate that extra.
He's like, if you would like, I can rally the crew to get them ready for whatever you want to do. We'll wake up the others and we'll say, hey, new regime.
Do we want to commandeer 2 ships? I'll look over at Brunk.
I kind of feel like maybe it might be easier for us to just sail this one into port.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what to do about this Lazarus guy, but
Maybe
we've
just
got a
leave
bit
him
of
where
time to figure that out too, as well.
we could just leave him where he is for now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, bring this one into port. I do think we should probably maybe disperse the weapons between the two ships in case anyone else tries to attack us.
How many cannons did this ship have on the mounted on the sides of it?
It had, I want to say, 4?
4.
Give me a second. It's got
Let's
4 cannons, 4 ballista, 1 giant ballista. It's got wing sails, which are like a special kind of sails, and it's got, you're not sure what the figurehead or engine are, but it is a like a magic pairing.
Yeah, it's got like a similar crystal to what we have.
I say we move a couple of the cannons over to our ship, maybe a couple of the smaller ballistas as well.
Yeah. And then sail them both in, and we can maybe
We'll figure
decide
that out.
to. Yeah, we'll figure that out once we get to land. But while we're floating out in the open ocean, it's best to, I think, just bring the 2 ships and leave this guy here.
I can get behind that plan.
All right. I'll look over at Bartleby and be like, "You guys got that?"
Aye.
Perfect.
Um,
I just
He
smile
take-
bigly at
yeah.
all the
he
crew.
takes them and brings them upstairs to start moving things over. So you want to split the weapons between the 2 ships?
Yeah.
Yep.
I also wouldn't mind going and like investigating the crystal that they have on their ship a bit and seeing what's up with it.
Sure. Do you have any? Oh, you got the identify spell.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to go up and identify it. I'm just trying to find my way to that part of
Hey,
that map.
what was the name of this ship, Bella?
What?
What was this ship's name?
Oh, it was well, he called it the Dread Scourge.
Huh.
Fast.
But I'm going to be honest with you, it doesn't seem like he had the ship that long. I'm assuming he.
What do you want to call it?
Is there any is there whoa.
We lost a Jesus.
Bye, Jesus.
So I heard a sound effect and I was like, what is that? So are there any superstitions about renaming a ship like in mid voyage?
I'm pretty sure this ship was probably renamed mid-voyage.
And look how lucky that was for you guys.
Okay. Hmm.
The second coming of Jesus.
He has returned.
He has risen again.
What did we name our ship again?
The silvery, slippery sea serpent, or something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right now, it is just called Pirate Ship. You should be able to access it now, and it is in your slime steeds and pets. I'm just going to move some weapons between them. So there's 2 damaged cannons right now. Do you want like both the good cannons on your ship?
That's a good question. Are they repairable?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, can I fix them? Let's fix them up.
But repairing would take time.
You mean like downtime?
You do still have some downtime. Or you can wait to bring it to like an actual port to be able to get it fixed up. That was the other thing that Bartleby would tell you. That you asked where the first mate would go, and he's like, I don't know where she would swim or how far she would get, but if I met these guys in Tremala, and you would know Tremala is on the east side of Rudalius. It is like a port town. There is something called the Rolling Market, where like the shops are in carriages and they change positions and they roll or not roll but like they have like a system of like lots where they draw like a lottery and the winner of that lottery gets to be in a spot where they can charge like a larger amount of money for items and the like loser has to sell their items at a cheaper rate than everybody else. And that rotates every 24 hours. So they do like this daily lottery where the shops sometimes get lucky with like big gains. It's a place where a lot of like commerce rolls through. There is one central figure that deals with like buying items from people. So like you can't sell your items to the merchants. You have to go through the fence. But you can buy items from any of these like vendors.
Cool. All right. Well, that is good to know.
Oh, same thing with the ballista. The ballista, there's 2 that are really severely damaged and 2 that are in perfect shape.
Well, if we're splitting up the weapons with the point being that both ships can defend themselves if we get attacked again, I think it makes sense to have like a working one on each ship.
Okay, I'll split it up evenly. The other problem you're going to face is that the wings you would theorize are like they're saleable right now, but you guys also like fucking you were throwing fireballs and shit on the fucking ship. Like the one front wing on the right side is like almost just completely fucking burned through. Like
But I saw spare wings down in the hold, so we could.
there are spare wings down in the hold, but it again will take time to be able to like fix and replace them.
Do we have to be stationary to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
How much time?
To switch the sails, it probably would take you a day or 2, with the amount of workers that you have left. Half of them are hurt or like they've just been through a fight. So if you want their help, it's going to take a day of rest. You've got Q to be able to help, and that would make the work a little bit quicker. But it's not just the one sail. Like fucking Jesus was assaulting the whole one side because you had the intention to sink the ship. So there's patchwork that you would need to do to the helm itself.
Well, if we wanted to take a bit of time here, I did want to try to dive down and get that one weapon that the captain dropped. That's going to take some time, like right here. What are you thinking, Brunk?
Are you leaving the giant ballista on the pirate ship, or are you putting that on the Quad S as well?
Quad S.
Um, I'm sorry. Are we doing what now? What was the question?
The giant ballista. Are you leaving it on
No,
the?
leave it on the. Yeah, leave it.
Okay.
We've already got a forward weapon on
Yeah.
on the main vessel, so I would say
Nerissa, ritual casting the identify spell takes 10 minutes, so you can do it at any time.
Okay.
Say when you take the time to go and check out the engine, that doesn't have to be a downtime roll at all. And of course, you summon your turtle spirit, and he says, this is another use of the identify spell. What are we looking at here? Kind of like
crystal.
looks over the crystal on the ship and like floats over to the crystal on the helm, and he's like, have you looked inside these yet?
Not yet. That's what I'm coming up here to do.
He kind of like guides you and gets you, like, you kind of like roll your way, or well, I guess crawl yet now with the spider legs, like you crawl up to the edge and look, and observing inside the figurehead crystal, there is a fairy trapped inside.
You guys, you should come look at this.
This figurehead this figurehead appears to be a beautifully crafted crystal with the fairy trapped inside. A matching crystal also rests at the back of the ship, also with a fairy inside. They look very like desiccated and drained and like almost like skeletal. When the figurehead's ability is activated, both crystals glow as they sap the energy of the fairies. For the figurehead, when it's activated, it gives the ship an hour of flying speed at 60 feet. If the ship is still in the air when the magic is active, the ship immediately drops. And the engine is called a Face Spark engine. It propels the ship forward at a faster rate, using the magical energies drawn from pixie and fairy dust. And you can see inside the bottom of the crystal, it looks like there's like bones and glittery dust and pieces of gossamer Feywing resting in like the accessible receptacle within the engine. So it looks like they were feeding these engines fairies to propel themselves faster.
That's so mean.
He's like, that's it. That's all I can glean from these. He kind of like shakes and shivers a little bit. He's like, this has been a horrifying use of the identify spell. I'm gonna go cry in the spiritual shower now. And disappears.
Thanks. Now, can the fairies, like, are they seeing me and, like, do they, like, register that I'm, like, looking down at them? Can I communicate with them?
Like, when you peer in, they kind of, like, they'll look up at you, but, like, they are so, like, drained, like, it looks like it takes a lot of energy for them to even kind of, like, turn to look at you. Like, you're not sure how long they've been in there or what has happened to them, but like they look like they have been completely drained. It looks like somebody like just vacuumed the life out of them.
Okay. What do fairies eat? Does anyone have any food that I can like give them little pieces of or something?
That's the other thing. You don't see a way to get inside those crystals. It's just that central receptacle that has like a spot where you can like put something in inside the giant, like the engine. But otherwise, you think that in order to get in to let the fairies out, you would have to break the figurehead.
Am I standing there looking at this? Is Lyric
Brunk, did you follow me?
near me?
Lyric is probably with you, Brunk, and I mean, it's up to you if you wanted to go with Nerissa to make those observations.
Oh. I mean, if she said, hey guys, check this out, right? I do remember her saying that. Yeah. So Brunk will go over there and basically see everything that's been described. especially
Yeah.
looking at the crystal and the figurehead, looking at the, we've examined both by this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of look at Lyric.
Lyric
Okay.
is weeping.
And I look at her and I'm like, what should I do? What can I do? Can I save them?
She
Gotta
says
help these fairies.
she says free them.
Then the Warhammer's coming out. And
Yeah.
I'm going to start smashing
We're-
the damn crystal. Like, just wailing on it. Like, rage wailing on the damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're getting these fairies out.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check, please.
Like, is this still the same day? It is still the same day, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, you guys haven't rested or anything yet.
Of course. I'm going to use my inspiration to re-roll that damn thing.
Sure.
Come on. Stupid ass shitty dice. Give me some. Okay.
19's good.
Feels better.
But even with a 19, you go to break it and you're not sure what it's made of or if it's magically enhanced, but you slam into it and you don't even crack it. The fairy inside, when you slam it, it looks like terrified, but also seems like it recognizes what you're trying to do. And like braces itself against the crystal.
I have smith's tools. Would I be able to use those in some way to like try and chisel or something? I don't know what smith's tools exactly consist of.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, you have with your tools. Going for like a fine crack as opposed to like a blunt thing might work here. Go ahead and give me your smith's tools. It's always worth a shot.
Just a standard roll.
Yep.
It says not proficient, though. Am I supposed to be proficient in my smith's tools?
Yeah, I believe you are. Give me a second here.
Okay.
Where are you? Oh wait, no, you got. Did you get smith tools when you became an armor?
When I leveled up my artisan, yeah, I think so.
Oh, I see. You just didn't add it to your tool proficiencies.
Oh, my bad.
There we go. It's updated. You should be able to roll it from your tool proficiencies.
Okay.
12's not gonna do it either. You're trying to like chisel in to like certain sections to see if you can like find that sweet spot, and you're just not. It's clearly some kind of special crystal, possibly enchanted, but like you guys aren't getting through with like just conventional tools.
Can Lyric use the dimension door scrolls?
Can Lyric use the dimension door scrolls?
She's small enough. Could she dimension door into the crystal and back out with one of then like carry one of them back out?
Oh shit!
I mean, that would be two uses. We'd have to see if Jenny Greenteeth had more. But I mean, would that be you can see into the crystal, so she could see in and see where she wants to go, and she'd be small enough to do it.
You know
The
what?
question is, can she?
Lyric confirms she's like, I mean, I never tried to use a scroll in this form before, but maybe.
That's really smart.
Smarter than Brunk deserves to be.
I like just look over at Brunk and I'm like,
This is
great
part of
idea. Like I look like
those
surprised.
divine inspiration moments where it's like all of a sudden he remembers we've got the dimension doors scrolls that we didn't use, and like it's a desperation thing. It's like, wait a minute, can we do that? Could it work?
Yeah, I mean, you
Worth a try.
it's definitely worth a try. And I'm gonna say, like, you've got the scrolls now. You've got 2 of them.
Yeah, we had 2 because the idea was going to be that Jesus was going to teleport us over, and I was going to tell him to teleport his ass back to the ship and leave me over there to wreak havoc on the ship, or at least that was kind of my plan, to try to, slow the other ship down and let us get away, and we didn't end up doing that. So it is what it is. But we still have 2 scrolls right now.
So, what she says is, if we can take the chance to rest, I should be able to regain enough energy to be able to shoot myself in and then use the scrolls to get us out, and then we could just use 2 scrolls. But I need to rest first. I used my teleport.
Well, as long as we don't use the abilities, they're not going to be hurt, right? I mean,
Yeah, as long as we don't like power up the crystals or whatever, they should.
right. We don't use the ship's abilities. They cannot be further harmed, at least.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, it finally uploaded the identify spell.
Yay.
That's funny.
Others.
Yeah, Carruthers.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. While we're doing that, I still have a couple more spell slots, first level spell slots. So crew that would need healing, because of the skirmish or whatever, we could do a little healing there to kind of get top them off. Hopefully that they're in a better state.
Well, if you're just if you're just taking the 2 ships and like sailing on, like we can you'll all be able to long rest when we get back into downtime anyway.
Okay. All right. Well, rest it is, and I'll set the crew to those, to start working on the repairs for the sails, the wing sails. Assuming they know how to repair them, or at least one of them does, and they can direct the others on how to do it, so they can get started on that.
Yep, yeah, it'll just it tacks on a couple days to your journey, basically.
It's fine. I'm not moving this ship until we get those fairies out of the crystals.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I am on board with that.
So are we long resting now?
Yeah, everybody can long rest their characters. You take the couple days, over those next couple days to get the sails ready. All of the remaining crew fall in line quite quickly. Again, Bartleby's that there's promise of payment if we cooperate and work on this new ship, this vessel, this slippery silvery sea serpent. They seem a lot fairer than the captain. He turns them around very quickly. Hey, this seems like a good idea. We don't have to be on that creepy ship, or we don't have to be down in the brig anymore. Bartleby, in spite of that, will offer to feed Lazarus. You'll be I've already been doing it anyway, so I can stay on this ship with whoever is driving this vessel, and I can make sure he at least gets fed.
That's funny.
Huh?
Oh, cute.
Little pirate. You get that from a blind box?
Yeah, it was one of the new minifigure sets. And since I know the Jay's Brick Blog website that has the scanner that tells me what's in the boxes, I can, it's not a blind box. I knew what was in it.
That's fair.
I guess that's the best way to put it.
Hold on. I need to.
It's just irony that it's pirates and I've got pirate lady.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Loss.
Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Yeah, so the pirate ship, it took a fair amount of damage. Fixing that is going to take actual time. And you'll probably want to do it in a port. So assuming you don't get attacked, you should be good. your ship took a lot less. I don't think it took really anything substantial except for your sails, which also took a lot of damage. You think they can get you home, but if you get into a confrontation and something like damages your sails any further, it's done. You're dead in the water until you can add the replacements. And putting the wing sails on your ship will take actual adjustments to the ship before you can do it.
I mean, if we don't need them, I'm not planning on doing that just yet. I wouldn't be planning on doing that just yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that in the way like that's the only backup sails that you would have.
Right.
Okay.
Let's hope that 2 ships sailing together is enough of a deterrent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Before we sail away, can I try to dive for that weapon that the captain dropped?
We are going to actually call this. We're going to go over to the downtime tracker, Nerissa, because we're going to call this your first downtime.
Perfect.
It is a pretty deep delve, but especially those first couple days when they're repairing the wing, that does give you enough time to like do like a full delve. However, it goes down pretty deep. You are still like in the middle of the ocean, and this thing was a metal sword, so you have the ability to kind of detect magical things. You may have a chance of getting it. You have the option of setting your DC at 25 or 30, and this is going to be an investigation check, of which right now you have disadvantage.
Is
What are you gonna say, Brunk?
she doesn't really need. She can swim, so she doesn't really need help with that kind of stuff, like with strength checks or constitution checks.
Right.
But if I knew that she was going to search for this, like she's going to go down there and investigation is going to be. I have the spell enhance ability that I could cast that's supposed to give her advantage on intelligence checks, so it basically would cancel out her disadvantage. So she just roll the checks as normal. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I know that she's preparing to do this dive, then as an assist for this downtime activity, Brunk would assist by casting enhance ability to allow her to do this unhindered, at least for an hour. She'd have an hour's worth of time to get that done. And then the bubble charm over your head is going to dissipate, Harry, and you're going to have to get yourself back to the surface or you're not going to be able to breathe. No Harry Potter references? No? Okay.
Yep. That's
Anyway.
perfect.
For the gillyweed or whatever it was. Yeah, sorry. It was
Yeah.
gillyweed with him. My bad.
Yeah, the gillyweed. I love it.
Somebody else used the bubble charm. Anyway. Yeah.
Now, normally, like the time frame of the spell is an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to say, because you're using it as like a helpful boon here, that we're going to allow it for the roll.
Okay.
So that'll give you just a straight roll.
Yep.
Investigation.
Investigation.
I need to get a 19.
You need to get a 19 or 20.
Oh, in order to get the 30? Is that what we're doing? This is her 30?
I'm trying to get 25. I have a +6 on intelligence.
Yeah, without like additional help, like a guidance or something like that, I don't think she'd.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong tracker. She's got 25 and 30. My bad. I was looking at the wrong tracker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was looking at Jesus's. Okay. So she's trying to do 25. Okay.
Oh! Do you use Q's help here?
Oh, I'm so scared of injuring him again.
Because Q's gonna give you a +3 though on that.
Oh, yeah. I think I will.
So that
If everyone's okay with me risking potentially hurting him, though, I don't want to hurt him. I felt really bad last time.
it increases your chances.
It does. Okay, yeah, I will be like, yo, Q, shine a light.
Yeah, because Q doesn't need to breathe and has like the ability to like not just fly, but can like kind of use his wings like the flight, whatever's in his wings, he can use as like jets to kind of propel himself up. So he doesn't. You don't have to worry about him being trapped on the ocean floor.
Okay.
Yeah, so he'll come down with you. He'll kind of like shine a light for you, and he'll give you that +3 on your roll as well.
All right. So add +3 and the situational bonus.
Yep.
Is that where I do that?
Yep.
All right.
This changes your chances. This means that you need to get a 16 or higher.
Come on, leopard print dice, don't fail me now.
That's a natural fucking 20.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, baby.
Oh my god.
Beautiful. I'm happy about that.
Give me just a second here. Fucking 29. You dive down deep, and with this like enhanced ability that Brunk has given you, you're able to kind of you're already fast in the water as it is. With Q shining a light down, and you kind of like trying to detect where this magical sword is, you do end up diving down and seeing that it is like it's stuck between two rocks at the ocean floor. It looks like it's like kind of like pinned into place. But it's not pinned into place in the way that it's stuck and you can't get it out. However, like as you pull the sword, it looks like the sword was keeping the two rocks in place, and when you pull it out, the rocks like kind of collapse underneath it.
I'm not trapped under them or anything.
No. You managed to
It
stay
just
above.
like fell.
If you failed, the sword was going to pull you into it, and you were going to take damage from the rocks and have the sword buried underneath it.
Oh, shit. Well, thank goodness I got a
No,
good enough roll.
Yeah, you got a nat 20 on that. That's beautiful.
Excellent.
So you get a speed cutlass. Hold on 1 second here. Nerissa. Speed cutlass. Requires attunement, but gives +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with the weapon. And in addition, you can make one attack with it as a bonus action on each of your turns. Well done, Nerissa.
How do I become attuned to it?
Like it's a regular attunement, so you just have to hold on to it for a short amount of time.
It's like a 24-hour,
I allow
long
less
rest.
than that. If it's just a regular
No.
item, it's like an hour. The only time I'll require anything larger than that is if it's like a special like legendary weapon or something that may require like an additional thing for attunement.
Cool.
But otherwise, yeah, if you just want to fucking use it, it'll take up an attunement slot, and like within an hour of playing around with it, you can kind of attune to it. Now, for you, Nerissa, all of your attunement slots are already filled up. You've got your Blink Dagger, you've got your Monarch Mantle, and you have Pick and Pocket, your other dagger.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm pretty sure Artificers, when they level up more, they get more attunement slots. That's
Okay.
like one of the
So I
special
might be able
things
to
about
get another
Artificers.
slot.
I think so. Pretty sure.
Maybe like one. Maybe.
By level 18, you can attune up to 6 magic items at once.
Oh,
14th,
fancy.
14th level 5. 10th level, you can attune to up to 4.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure there's a Grand Charm out there that also gives attunement slots, so there's possibility to get more.
Sweet.
And you know me, I'm a crazy DM, so.
Awesome.
We'll see where the story takes us. Takes that couple days, but you get the sales on, especially with your help, Nerissa. Like you're able to help with the kind of technical side of adapting the ship and getting the old sail off, and getting the new one fasted on. So for the pirate ship, I will bring the sails back to full HP. Wing sails. And also, in that couple days, like that next day of rest, using the scrolls, Lyric is able to use her Starlight Step, get inside the crystal, and then use the scroll to get them out. Both of the fairies seem grateful. Does anybody know Sylvan?
I do.
You know Sylvan.
Yep.
So not only are they very grateful, but they tell you about an island that is like it unfortunately in the opposite direction, but they kind of like give you the whereabouts of an island close to Aetherios that they say contains great hidden treasure.
Somebody make a notation on a map, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just add it as a note that you know of a treasure island given to you by fairy folk.
I will ask them, where is home? Is your home the island? Is your home the Feywild?
They kind of nod when you say Feywild, and they say, we sometimes live here and there, we sometimes live everywhere. We can make it home just by wishing such. We were captured in this realm, but we don't need to be here now.
You need time to rest and
They'll
recover.
they'll say, we appreciate your concern, but we will rest at home. And after giving you the information about the treasure chest, they thank you, clasp their hands together, and kind of like just like fade into like kind of like a mist of flowers.
I just look at Lyric and it's like, we did good.
She is weeping again, but like with a big smile on her face, and she just kind of lands on your shoulder and walks up and hugs your neck really hard.
And I just kind of reach over, just.
Yeah, we couldn't leave them in there.
Unfortunately, the ship can't fly anymore. Bummer, but.
Yeah, and now like it was the only reason that it was faster than your ship was because of that, because they could propel themselves faster. Now it goes at the same speed your ship does, and requires the sails. Like you can't activate the Fey engine, so I'll note them as inactive right now.
What's the old captain think? Does he think we can adapt those things to do something else, or
Yeah.
would we have to replace them entirely?
Barnabas looks and he says, I'm no engineer. He looks at you, Nerissa, and he's like, if you want to adapt and change it, I think that's more your wheelhouse than mine. I'll leave that up to you to decide.
I am very happy to hold on to them and attempt to tinker at some point.
We can keep them on that ship now, and then once we decide what to do with it, if we strip it for parts, we can keep it. Or, you know, I have no need for another vessel, but if you decide to keep the vessel, it's yours to do with whatever you like.
Perfect.
Or at least those scrolls came in handy.
Mm-hmm.
That was good thinking, Brunk. I hope those fairs are okay.
I mean, if they've gone home, then they should be. Oh, excuse me. So, I guess we're on to our next downtime activity.
Yeah, you got the pirate ship going, and between you and Barnabas, both of you can sail those ships together side by side, headed back towards Rudalius. You have moved the cannons and the ballista over to the silvery slippery sea serpent, so you have some defense now. And between the two of you, you start sailing home. So yeah, the next downtime activity would be Jesus.
All right. I want to do my DC 10. Hoping I could do this for the DC 10. I want to take the music book and the viol and the enchanted microphone and just play music as to boost my relationship with the team and maybe give people a boost in their next role, because I know the next roles are going to be our 30s. So
Oh. So you want to give your 10 to kind of like boost morale and give a plus? Like add a plus, or do you want to give them advantage? I'll give you the choice.
I want to give them a plus on their next roles.
Okay. I'm going to say that's yeah, absolutely. You are well versed with these instruments. It's going to be a performance check. We'll say that if you hit the 10, which should be easy enough, it'll be a +1. If you hit the 15, it'll be +1 and advantage on the roll. If you hit the 20, it will be +2. If you hit 25, it'll be +2 and advantage on the roll. And if you hit the 30, then it'll be +3 and advantage on the roll.
Okay.
Sweet.
And can I give one of the drums to Q to give
Give you the
boost to this
+3
roll?
boost. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I just make my 10 roll part of this activity? As a kind of a help?
As a group activity?
Sure.
Okay, and yeah, so that...
I mean, you how to play a drum, I can bang along.
Yeah, so that'll give you advantage on this performance check as well, then, Jesus.
Okay.
23 is really good.
I'm happy with that.
You're happy with that? Okay.
Yeah.
So that is going to give everyone... That's going to give everyone a +2. plus 1 with advantage, plus 2, and then it was 25 plus 2 and advantage. So yeah, so for the next one, for your 30s, everyone will get plus 2 in addition to the plus 3 from Q if they use it, and whatever other pluses that they can get.
Awesome. Great song, you guys.
Yeah, just having like a random jam session. Oh, excuse me.
Love it.
Barnabas is still dancing. Sorry, Barnabas stopped dancing after 24 hours, but now he's like doing the same dance and stops. He's like, it's nice to have control of it.
I think, can I use the effect of the enchanted microphone? It says if I use it, I can give advantage on somebody's charisma throw for the next roll.
Yes.
Alright, it's gonna be tough. I don't know who to give it to. Nerissa or Brunk.
I was not planning on using a charisma-based stat for my next thing.
I was
I was planning on
considering.
using.
I was considering it.
Brunk.
I'm not sure what. I'm trying to. I was trying to decide what my what my downtime activity would have to be, because I know I've got a penalty right now on my. I think on my strength checks or something like that. Do I not?
Let me look at your character.
Like I had a back.
You got disadvantage athletics.
Right. So that was going to make any attempt at doing an athletics check for the level 30 check basically impossible right now. Unless I were to roll a 20 on both, which won't happen. So,
I was planning on doing a stealth check, so give it to Brunk if you're gonna.
On top of everything else, I'm going to have to use Q to even have a chance to get to a 30 on a roll. Even with the +2 that we just got for the help activity at 10, I've got a +7 on the charisma roll. So that'd give me a +9, and I don't really have any other abilities that would give me, I don't have any like spells or anything like that I could.
Doesn't Rosalia have guidance too?
Rosalia does have
Isn't
guidance
that something?
as well. Yep.
Okay, well, there's that.
Honestly, Jesus, give me a guidance roll. Give me a D4 roll. Let's see if you get to 25.
We just roll a D4. Oh yeah, okay. Got it.
That gets you to 25. That was +2 in advantage. So everybody will get advantage either way.
Okay.
Fantastic.
It's just like the enchanted microphone, just instead of being able to give it to one person, you're able to... It's different circumstances, so you can give it to both of them.
Excellent.
And that'll extend to you for your 30 as well. You'll also get advantage.
Okay, awesome.
Good job.
Yeah, forgot about Rosalia. Rosalia's got guidance. You can guidance all day, every day. This is like over the the next week or so of your journey. So
we guiding up in this bitch.
And Brunk, since yours was super quick and you just kind of did like help action for your 10, for the 30, we're gonna start with you.
I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
Do you need the time to think about it?
Well, I was trying to think of what I was going to do with the charisma roll, and so I'm with like what would I do? What would qualify as a charisma roll type of action? And I'm thinking. Yes, I probably should be maybe last.
Okay, that's fine. Then we'll go back to the top of the order, and Nerissa, what are you doing for your 30 roll?
Well, my highest stat is stealth with a +8. So, I wanted to try and use my stealth to like maybe sneak into like Jenny Green Teeth's tent and like see if I can find out more information about her and like what's up with her and her whole deal.
I think without interacting with her directly. You're probably not going to find out too much. But if you are sneaking in,
Can I help out with this? Because my 30 roll, I was planning to work with Jenny Greenteeth too, so maybe I could distract her.
I was thinking of asking Q to like maybe keep watch for me or something so I can get his help. If you're able to help too, that would be great.
huh? Interesting. And what were you trying to do, Jesus?
I was going to talk to her to try to persuade her to start carrying extra stuff in her shop for us. Specifically magic components to craft with.
Ooh.
Okay. And you, Nerissa, what kind of information are you trying to glean?
I just want to know more about what her deal is. Like, even if I can see like kind of what stuff she's selling and maybe figure out like where she's been based on that, or I don't know. The fact that she glassed her husband is really fascinating, and I'm curious about that. That piqued my curiosity.
Okay. Okay.
Basically, want to use my stealth to like sneak in and see what I can see.
We're going to resolve Jesus's first. If Jesus is successful, that will be the circumstance that you get your advantage. If
Okay.
Jesus is unsuccessful, then that is going to give you a regular roll instead of advantage. I won't give you disadvantage here.
But wouldn't I still get the +2 plus advantage
You-
from the?
I'm making a situational choice here.
Okay.
That you'll get the +2, but you're only going to get the advantage here if Jesus succeeds at his roll.
Oh, come on, Jesus, you got this. I believe in you.
Got this. Okay, so I have the +2. You can't help me with this, can you? I wouldn't get.
I don't know if I have any way that I can help you if you're trying to distract her while I'm sneaking in.
Well, for you, Jesus, this is a persuasion roll because you're trying to convince her to do something for you. So
Yeah.
it would be persuasion plus Q if you're wanting him to like he's like sitting behind like giving bargaining explanations for things. So you'll get your +3, you'll get your +2 from your roll earlier, and you will get advantage on this roll.
Okay.
You'll also get the 1d4 roll for guidance, and you need to hit a 30.
Just gotta make sure I put this in right so it comes out properly.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Fuck
30,
yeah.
33. Let's see, that's +4, +6, +1d4, +5. That's, yeah.
Well done.
Awesome.
She's like materials, like what kind of crafting materials did you have in mind?
Like I'm looking for specifically objects with magic properties that I can make magical items with, like magical wood or magical metals, enchanted gems, maybe. Like specifically, I want to make a staff and some odd weapons here or there too.
Ah, so you're looking to make magical items as well. And you'll sell. You'll bring your gold to Jenny Green Teeth, yes? As she like flashes that like wood smile at you.
Absolutely.
She says, I can get you magical materials. It could take me a little bit, but I could look around and see what I can find and stock them here.
That'd be much appreciated. Thank you.
That also improves your relationship with Jenny Green Teeth. She seems to like have taken a liking to you, Jesus, and she takes particular interest in your crown. Not in the way that makes you like think like, oh, she's gonna try and steal it from me, but more like she's just very inquisitive about it. Like she asks you how it's making you feel, and do you tell her that it has like is his voice that talks to you all this time? How open are you with your information
No,
to Jenny?
I don't open up about the voices, but I say, yeah, this crown's pretty fantastic. He gave me these awesome wings. I can fly all over the place. I'm loving it.
Just like curious. Oh, okay. So, Nerissa, while this is going on, while they're negotiating a deal, you're gonna get the +3 from Q specifically because he's already helping to distract, Jenny Green Teeth. So that is going to give you get advantage on the roll. You get +3 from Q. You get +2 from from the roll earlier. And you get +1d4.
Okay. And you said advantage?
And you get advantage.
Okay. So I put in +3, +2, +1d4, and I'm clicking advantage. Come on, leopard print dice. Don't fail me now.
Oh.
But it failed me.
Now that's a 21.
It failed me.
You do have the option of rolling again with an inspiration.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
So that's the same thing, +3, +2, +1d4, but you're only rolling once this time. Not with advantage, you're just rolling like another roll.
Did I give her advantage with the another enhance ability? Give her advantage on the dex save or on a dex check. Of course, I'd have to know that she was doing that. I don't know if that would even.
And this is like this is an inspiration roll on a roll that's already happening.
Right. Fair enough.
And just normal, not advantage.
Normal, not advantage this time.
Come on, leopard print dice. You've been so good to me. I don't want to put you in dice jail.
That's a 31.
Yeah. Amazing.
You
That's all.
were kind of like slinked in the shadows as everybody entered. You had the purpose of espionage rather than interaction. So while this is happening, you take advantage of that to do your best to make sure that she doesn't notice you. As she walks around to kind of like meet Jesus face to face and kind of like look over the magical wares she already has to see if maybe there's something she already has that she can sell to him. That gives you enough chance to be able to get behind the counter where you see a little hatch that opens up and appears to go into another extra dimensional space.
Oh.
You crawl
Can I
inside.
yeah, I want to look at what's in there.
You crawl inside, and once again you kind of pierce that veil between like this like inky blackness into the bottom of the ship, or not the bottom of the ship, but the what appears to be like the basement of this store, which is not a basement but appears to be like a lavish living quarters, like not just a room, but it looks like a full apartment. Like, looks like there's some side rooms. You think there's some kind of like privy or bathroom, and you see that there is in a seat a headless crystal skeleton sitting there, and you see what appears to be a diary with a arcane lock on it.
I have lock picking tools.
I'll give it to you without a roll. You know that this is a magical lock.
Okay.
You would need
so I can't use my lock picking.
You would need a spell of some variety to unlock it, or you would need to know the like kind of like code or password or magic word to be able to open it.
Okay. Now, does it look like what does the lock look like? Does it look like a combination lock where it would be a numerical code, or is it like...
No, when you get close, an eye opens up in the middle of the lock and looks at you.
I get in.
Just kind of like darts around. It's like the like it's purple and the eyeball or like the eye on the inside is gold. Just kind of like darts around and like kind of like stares at you and blinks.
Okay, did it look at anything else before me like that would have like would it have been looking at a hint at what the password could be, or
kind of looking around the room, or kind of it seems like it more so it's kind of like a response to the proximity. As soon as you get close, it opens up.
okay. And it's just the headless skeleton, the crystallized skull isn't anywhere?
No, she had the skull with her. She always carries it with her.
Yeah. I wonder if I have to like show the eye something like the crystal skull or something, maybe. If I like kind of hold the diary at the skeleton, does it do anything?
No.
Dang. Does it seem like it would be like a visual thing that I need to show it? Like, the fact that it's an eye makes me think there's like a visual component to getting in. Can I tell that based on...
Roll an Arcana. It is very rarely that these things, like, I mean, it could be like you gotta hold it up to her eye or something like that, but you would think that more so the eye is symbolic, like it just represents that it is a magical lock.
Okay.
Normally for these kind of locks, like if you have an like some kind of like an unlocking spell, like you've heard of them, like the spellcraft to be able to unlock things, you could attempt to tackle it. Like you could steal this book and just try and like figure it out, but unless you know what the password is to be able to unlock or like drop that enchantment, you wouldn't have another way to get it in.
Okay, I don't want to actually steal anything from her because I don't want to, and I feel like this is a pretty obvious item to go missing. Like if this goes missing, she'll know I was in here and therefore completely defeating the stealth vibe. Um, are there any other like symbols or anything on it that I can get any information from, or anything else around the room that I can glean information about her from?
There is, it appears to be like a mysterious language. It's not one that you know, and I'm not going to tell you what it is because you still have to choose your languages.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you choose, like, of the other 4 languages that you choose, if it is one of the ones that you choose, I will tell you.
Okay. Can I choose those languages now? Because,
yes.
like...
Yes, I will let you choose those languages now.
All right, so I wanted to choose uh Draconic
Okay.
and Elvish
Okay.
and Jesus's crown thing. Is that it's a demon, right? Like he's like it's a demonic entity. Am I
You're
correct in
you're
remember?
you're not quite sure what kind of it, like it's the it gives off the same kind of vibe as the shadow creatures that you fought.
Do we know what language those fought or what language those? All right, well, I was gonna take a shot in the dark and guess Abyssal if I could try to communicate with like the crown if it's like a demonic thing.
Okay.
And then that leaves me one more, right?
Yeah.
What is deep speech?
Deep speech, I believe, is kind of like the language of things like Hold on, I'm gonna look it up because I'm pretty sure I'm wrong about my explanation of it.
It says the typical speakers are aboleths and cloakers.
Yeah, it's the language of aberrations. So kind of like it's like an alien language. You could think of it that
Okay.
way.
And I think I might go with Sylvan instead of deep speech.
Sylvan?
Yeah, because Jenny Greenteeth strikes me as a bit of a Fey-like creature. She's got that mischievousness, that word, mischievousness about her.
Um, the language that is written on the book is Draconic. And it says, herein lie the secrets of Jenny Greenteeth.
Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna steal her book of secrets this time. But that is good to know. Is there anything else written around the room in Draconic or any of the languages that I know that I can get more information about?
Nothing written around the room, like nothing in Draconic that would give you like a code or anything like that. There is a fish on the wall. Like it looked like one of those like novelty like wall mounted fish. That has like a button push to be able to activate it.
Okay. Do I get the sense that sound would carry out to where they are if I press this button and start singing?
You know that sound doesn't carry out when for like if somebody's talking on the inside of the tent, you can't hear it on the outside.
All right, I'm gonna press the button.
You press the button and the fish looks at you and goes, "Oh God, please set me free!" And the eyes like glow like a blue.
Hey, buddy.
Who are you?
Uh, That's not important. Who are you? What's
I'm
this?
I'm Jasper.
Who's Jasper? Who are...
She called me her husband, but I'd never met her before.
Oh,
She said that
did
she said
did
that
he
I'd
used to be
never.
that guy?
Looks over at the skeleton. Probably. I don't recognize it, but how would you? I don't have
Okay.
crystal bones. What am I? What am I?
You're a fish.
You can see now that there's like this arcane timer that it's like a glow that starts to tick down. And he's like, "Oh God, I feel like existence is fading again." And as the
Oh.
timer gets to the end, the fish flops back and goes limp. Press the button again and it flops forward. He's like, "Oh God, please don't let me die like that. It is
Did
horrifying."
actually just die?
I think so.
Jesus.
My name's Jasper.
Okay.
You gotta get me out of here.
I don't know if I can get you out of here right now,
Oh,
but
please don't leave me with this psychopath.
What did she do to you?
I don't know. She got really mad. She said I was your husband, and I said, I don't know you, lady. And then there was a bright light. And every now and then I see her face, and she just laughs and says weird things to me. I think one time
what?
she put her tongue in my mouth.
Huh.
Fucking goes limp again.
Okay. What are the chances that I've got like a spare fish in my tank that I can just swap them with?
Huh. We're gonna call this a random bullshit roll. You have to get a 20, and it's just a luck check.
Luck check?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do I click for that?
Just roll a d20.
Oh, just a d20.
You
Okay.
have to get a 20.
Ugh.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Nerissa,
Amazing.
you're
So I've like found like a spare Billy Mouth bass.
yeah, you're just
Okay.
like, oh, I've seen these before. I've never trapped a soul in one, but maybe she won't notice the difference.
All right, I'm gonna swap them, and then I'm getting the fuck out of there before she comes and catches me.
You get out of there, she's still talking to Jesus. You fucking, like, have this thing stashed in your bag, fucking sneak back into the shadows, and get outside.
Jesus Christ. I'm not pushing my luck any more than that. I don't want to roll for anything else. That was wild.
Oh my god.
Oh goodness.
That's
Okay.
insane. I'm gonna add Jasper, the fucking the possessed bass, to your character sheet when I get a chance.
Amazing. Oh dear God.
And yeah, that's gonna open up some new options for you for quests. Amazing.
I was not expecting to get that. Oh, these leopard print dice are wonderful.
They're all good until they start failing you. It's only a matter of
I will
time.
not hesitate to throw them in dice jail if they do me dirty.
Right, I guess we're gonna call that mystery investigation for this one. That's fucking wild.
Oh. Where were these rolls when we were in combat?
Right?
Oh, so I'm glad they're happening now.
So yeah, you smuggle out this magical fucking bass that appears to be possessed with. The story was that it was her husband. That, and you remember Barnabas confirming that. You remember saying glassed her husband.
Yeah.
But now this guy is saying no. She decided that I was her husband and then glassed me. So she's just carrying around the skull and keeping the body of some random guy that she just decided that she was married to.
Be careful, Jesus. Don't get too close.
Jesus fucking Christ. And yeah, that's what you find in Jenny Greenteeth's. You find a very lavish home and some weird crazy fuckery.
Wonderful. I'm okay with that. Just hoping she doesn't notice that I've swapped it for a regular Billy Mouse.
Who knows how often she presses that button? She's also like always like in her shop, right? So
That's true. Now, the important question is it like, does it have working batteries that it's gonna like start singing at her when she presses the button?
we'll see. We'll see what happens when the day comes.
Oh dear. Okay.
Runs on an arcane battery. Contains the soul of Jenny Greenteeth's husband.
Jeez. So what did he say his name was?
Jasper.
Jasper. Oh dear.
There we go. That's on your character sheet now. Brunk.
Well, I feel kind of lame because I don't think I'm going to be able to match up to either one of those activities. Those were fun to sit and watch. But here's what I came up with for an idea. So obviously we've been, part of what Brunk has been doing is learning how to sail, learning how to, how to manage a ship. So, and because I'm just not horribly creative about all this stuff. And I tend to think about mechanical ways that I can make adjustments or add things to my character in the game. So, what I'm thinking about is the inspiring leader feat. Gives you the ability to spend 10 minutes inspiring your companions, showing up the resolve to fight. When you do so, you choose up to 6 friendly creatures, which can include yourself, within 30 feet of you who can see and hear you and can understand you, and they each gain temporary hit points equal to your level plus your charisma modifier. And you can do this once per basically short or long rest. And I'm thinking, since we have taken on a new ship, he's going to obviously have to captain the ship as we're heading back to port here. I mean, it feels like at least right along the right vein of activity for him learning how to be a successful sea captain.
Okay.
And learn how to captain a ship, but also to learn how to lead a group of people, now, obviously, he's not a super intelligent guy. It's always, he's leading with his charisma. So this is obviously, I'm thinking persuasion check, but I mean, as a ship captain, it could go intimidation or persuasion.
That depends on what kind of captain you want to be.
Well,
For this role, that will define. I will allow this. I think that's a cool idea. Even if it's just you, kind of like we call it relationships on the tracker, but it's or personal goals, one of the two. But it's you kind of like sitting in a mirror, talking to yourself, hyping yourself up, and like kind of like teaching yourself how to be a better leader, or like using like Lyric as your person, like as you're like giving her speeches, and yeah.
I'm practicing my troubleshooting with my rubber duck, explaining it to her.
I'd say this is worthy of a 30 as well. If you hit the 30 or above, I'm just giving you the feat.
Okay. So I'm rolling persuasion. Now we had a situational bonuses +2.
+2, +3, plus if you're using Q, which I'm assuming, yeah, you're definitely going to use Q here. He's sitting in the audience with Lyric. And then +1d4.
Right. Okay. Click a button. Make yourself click the button. Click the button. Oh, so close. Look at that. Horrible. Ugh.
So it was a 14 and a 15.
And I rolled a 2 on the D4.
You rolled a 2 on the D4.
So close.
And everybody has used their inspiration.
Yep, I used mine earlier.
So
Did you have guidance? Was that one of
that was the
D4.
guidance was in there. So
Yep.
the option
There wasn't anything I could have done to have helped, eh?
Unfortunately not. Brunk, that leads me to, do you take a stress token to reroll?
And it would just be another roll like what she did, not an advantage roll.
If you're taking a stress token, I will give you a full like advantage in everything that you had reroll. But going forward after this, you will get disadvantage with persuasion checks.
Until I take a recovery time, right?
Yeah, until you take a
Yep.
some.
Well, what the heck? We'll try it. We'll try it. Let me just load up again, knowing that I'm going to roll much lower this time.
You got this.
Might be the silliest decision ever, but well, what the hell?
Listen, I just told her to roll a 20 and it happened. So I'm not, and nothing is out of the realm of possibility at this point.
I mean, at minimum, I need a 6, 13.
You need a 16 or higher. You got a 15 and hit a 29. With the 2 on the D4.
I need at least a minimum of a 17 if I roll a 1 on the
roll a
D4.
1. Yeah.
Yeah. So 17 or higher would be my would absolutely guarantee it. So here goes with the 17. Speak it into existence. Seriously?
31.
Oh, rolled the 4 on the D4. Okay. I was
Yeah.
like, I rolled this 15 again. Damn it.
Yes.
God.
Did it.
Brunk, you get really discouraged at first. And maybe even like just like a little bit angry because again like you're having trouble finding the words. You see yourself as a leader but haven't had the opportunity to truly be one yet. And it's hard to find that kind of framing of like inspiring while like with leadership. But you start to kind of it starts to come more naturally as you practice. Lyric is very helpful for you, especially now understanding her. She says like, you know, I've been a leader before, and kind of gives you tips and guides you along the way. Yeah, you're going to get the inspiring leader feat. I'm gonna drag it. Oh, you already got it on there. You're already good to go. Yeah, you'll be able to use that going forward. In turn for like a little bit of stress. You're persuasive to your people, but obviously your persuasions elsewhere are going to be a bit hindered.
Yeah. I'm going to have to spend some downtime getting myself back into shape.
Yeah.
I feel like a decrepit pirate now.
We're gonna copy that 31. That's perfect.
I'm so stoked that we all passed our 30 checks.
I'm proud of you guys. Like Barnabas is able to communicate back and forth with you as you kind of get to the last bit of your sailing journey, that you're getting close to Rudalius. What I need is, give me a second here. Campaign journal. DM stuff. Give me a second here. Can't remember if it's a D20 roll. I'm going to get somebody to give me a D100 roll, please.
Oh. I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it.
15.
You tell me I didn't summon another group of pirates?
No, instead, on your kind of like last couple days of your journey, you are like hit with like this horrible smell of decay. And come across the carcass of a dragon turtle. The thing is huge. Like we're talking this massive, like half of a dragon turtle, because it is like bloated with like decomposition gases floating on the surface of the water. You smell this stench from like a half a mile away, and you can see that parts of it are like rotting and decomposing.
But it's still floating.
But it's still floating.
Wow. It must be because of its size that it's still floating. Otherwise, you would have thought it would sink by now. Just dead weight.
Yeah, that's so majestic but sad and gross.
Do you try to get close enough to investigate it?
I don't think that's a good idea at all.
Does it look like, from where we are, does it look like it died of natural causes?
You guys have a spyglass.
Can we use the spyglass?
I would let everyone roll an investigation here.
I would like to use the spyglass and check. Is investigation one of my things with disadvantage?
I have a -1 of my investigation roll, so what the heck? No,
My investigation is with disadvantage right now.
I did not see it. Neither did you.
No.
You guys can't see it. Like it just looks like a corpse to you guys. But Jesus, looking close enough, you catch the glint of something, close to like like you can see its head, but like its hat, like the face is dipped down into the water, and you can see part of the skull, like the flesh like kind of melted away. But close to like the between the eye and the nose, you see something shining.
Guys, I see a body in there and something shiny that might be worth checking out.
Is he talking? You talking about?
I don't.
He sees the shiny thing on the nose of the dragon turtle.
Yeah.
The dragon turtle skull.
Yeah.
Like something is
Oh,
embedded
sorry,
in the yeah.
like
something's
like something is wedged in the tear duct of it, basically. Like
So
yeah.
it got like shot
Sorry,
or stabbed
I-
in the face with something.
Yeah.
I misunderstood. I thought it was a body in the turtle. Okay, never mind. No, it just looks like it just got shot in the face. I think we should ignore it. There might be danger close by.
And it smells really bad.
Yeah, it reeks like death.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Huh. Getting closer, and you start to see Rudalius coming up. You see the Malias Mountains, their peaks high. You see the forests of Aaron Elnor, but like there is like a grim, like almost like cloud of darkness hanging over top of it. And like looking at close enough, like you pass by and see the shore of Aaron Elnor, and it almost looked like that, like there's like physical shadows kind of like jumping off the edges of the forest. Sailing by, you see Iron Grey Village, you see the Kingdom of Brahm, and that's the first time you guys have your crystals kind of connect when you get back to like close enough to Mercana. And you are all start getting messages from the guild, like little updates from the guild for the past 3 months.
Oh shit! This thing's never gonna stop dinging, is it?
Yeah, it's just
Holy
like bing,
crap!
bing, bing. And one of the most recent ones you see is Avoid Brahm, compromised.
Oh.
Okay then.
Barnabas says,
Sail on.
the next best place for port is Tramala. We'll be able to get our bearings there and be able to go through all these updates.
Sounds like a plan.
Between the two ships, it doesn't take you long. You see several ships that go by, but it's like guild ships, like familiar ships that you would see. You don't get attacked by any pirates or anything, and you're able to make your way to Tramala's port, no problem at all. Oh, this is the wrong map. You shouldn't see the insides of the buildings yet.
I don't see the inside of a building.
Oh, is it all
I
dark?
don't even see buildings. Yeah.
It's just shadows, yeah.
I can just see the ships in the harbor, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, there's no line of sight on any of the buildings.
Yeah, hold
for
on.
us.
Hold on one second.
Mhm.
Your fog of war is intact, sir.
Excellent. I can't let you see all my secrets. Where is...
Except for the giant Final Fantasy VII ship that's docked on the north end there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
like there's plenty of ships.
I recognize the High Wind or something like it.
This one, that ship is already there. So we just need to get rid of this and this. Activate.
Now I'm seeing buildings.
Yeah, now you should just see rooftops. As you guide both ships into the ports, and you find yourself in the like the shipyard of Tramala, which is like you see these large buildings. You can see just beyond there are these different carriages for the shops. There are people outside, like all over the place. A lot of them fishing, or in some small boats out, like in the water that are fishing. You do see that airship that appears to be parked in one of the ports. And you also see like this ship on the other side that appears to be a naval vessel. But you're not sure from where. There's also some like smaller ships in the port there. And it is kind of a jarring change. Like there's a lot of civilization. You see people going in and out of the what appears to be like the tavern. You see that it has big signs that say the Slippery Tit. And there's like on the signs there's like this little, like it looks like a wet like bird. You see that there is like a smaller building that has like vacancy signs. And like people are just kind of like milling about, like just the average villagers, and like, or like maybe like it seems like there's a variety of people as you look off into the city that are kind of like roaming around. Barnabas like hails you and says, "All right, I think before we get too deep into the shit here and lose all of our money to all of the shops, maybe we should take a break, get our bearings, and report in to let to get updates on the guild and let them know what's going on."
It's a good idea.
And as he gathers the crew together here in Tramala, that is where we're going to end session for tonight. Jesus, that was insane. I love this game so much.
Most delightful.
We will be back at it next week, so anybody watching at home on the YouTubes, thank you so much for tuning in. We love every single one of you. We hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, and as always, power to the players.